If you're over 60 and a woman asks you this one specific question, she's not making small talk. She's flirting. She's signaling interest. And 96% of men over 60 completely miss it. They answer the question literally, politely, and the moment passes. The opportunity disappears. And they have no idea what just happened. I'm about to reveal what that question is, why women use this indirect approach especially with older men, and most importantly, how to recognize it and respond in a way that creates connection, builds attraction, and opens the door to intimacy. Because here's what most men don't understand. Women over 50 are still interested in romance, in sexuality, in connection. But they communicate interest very differently than they did at 25. I'm Dr. Madison Li, board-certified urologist with over 12 years of experience, and you might wonder what a urologist knows about flirting and attraction. Everything. Because I spend my days talking to men over 60 about sexual function, confidence, and relationships. And I can tell you that the number one barrier to sexual fulfillment after 60 is not physical dysfunction. It's missed opportunities. It's not recognizing when women are interested. It's not knowing how to respond. Today I'm revealing the specific question women ask when they're flirting with men over 60, the psychological and cultural reasons they use this approach, the 3 ways to respond that create connection versus the 3 responses that kill attraction instantly, and most importantly, how to recognize the other subtle signals that accompany this question so you never miss an opportunity again. But here's what makes this urgent. If you're divorced, widowed, or dating after 60, opportunities for connection don't come as frequently as they did when you were younger. Every missed signal is a lost chance. Every misunderstood interaction is a potential relationship that never forms. Learning to recognize and respond to female interest isn't just about romance. It's about combating loneliness, maintaining vitality, and experiencing the connection and intimacy that make life worth living. This information comes from both research on attraction and communication across age groups, and from conversations with hundreds of men and women over 60 about what actually works in real-world interactions. Not theory. Real, practical insights that create results. Stay until the end because I'm giving you the complete framework for recognizing female interest after 60, specific examples of the question in action, exact response templates you can use, and the follow-up moves that transition from conversation to connection. This could be the information that transforms your social confidence and opens doors to intimacy you thought were closed forever. Let me start by explaining why women communicate interest so differently after 60. At 25, if a woman is interested in a man, her signals are often obvious. Direct eye contact, touching his arm, laughing loudly at his jokes, even direct statements like "we should hang out sometime." The communication is relatively straightforward. At 60, everything changes. And men who don't understand this change miss nearly every signal of female interest. Here's why women communicate differently after 60. First, social conditioning about age-appropriate behavior. Women over 60 grew up in an era where overt female sexuality, especially in older women, was seen as inappropriate or even shameful. That programming runs deep. Even women who are confident and sexually interested often won't signal that interest directly because decades of conditioning tell them it's not ladylike. Second, fear of rejection and embarrassment. Rejection hurts at any age, but for women over 60, putting themselves out there and being rejected can feel devastating. They worry about being seen as desperate or inappropriate. So they communicate interest indirectly, in ways that allow plausible deniability if the man doesn't reciprocate. Third, they're testing your awareness and emotional intelligence. Women over 60 have decades of relationship experience. They've learned that men who can't pick up on subtle signals, who lack emotional awareness, often aren't good partners. So they use indirect signals as a screening mechanism. If you can't recognize interest, you probably can't navigate the emotional complexity of a real relationship. Fourth, they want to feel pursued, not like the pursuer. Despite changing gender roles, most women still want to feel desired and chosen. They want the man to make the move, but only after she's given him clear enough signals. The subtle question is her way of saying, "I'm interested," while still allowing you to be the one who initiates. And fifth, many women over 60 are simply out of practice. If they were married for 30 or 40 years and are now single again, they don't remember how to flirt overtly. They revert to subtle, indirect communication because it feels safer. Understanding this context is critical. If you're waiting for women over 60 to signal interest the way 25-year-olds do, you'll wait forever. You need to learn the language they actually use. Now, research on attraction and communication confirms something fascinating. There are specific phrases and questions that women across cultures use to signal romantic or sexual interest while maintaining plausible deniability. These phrases seem innocent on the surface but carry deeper meaning. In Chinese culture, where I have family roots and cultural understanding, this indirect communication is even more pronounced. There's a concept called Han Su, which means reserved or implicit communication. It's considered more refined and intelligent to communicate important things indirectly. Women who grew up with Asian cultural influence, even if they're westernized, often use this style naturally. But even Western women over 60 use these indirect signals. And there's one question in particular that appears again and again in contexts where women are expressing interest. A question so common that once you learn to recognize it, you'll start hearing it everywhere. Let me tell you about James. He was 64, divorced for 3 years, and completely convinced that women his age weren't interested in dating or sex. He'd given up. Then one day he was at a coffee shop, and a woman roughly his age struck up a conversation. At one point she asked him the question I'm about to reveal. He answered it literally and politely. The conversation ended. He went home. 2 weeks later, he was at the same coffee shop. A different woman, similar age. Same question. Again, he answered literally. Again, the conversation went nowhere. He came to me for a routine checkup and mentioned his frustration. He said he'd like to meet someone, but women his age didn't seem interested. I asked him to describe his recent interactions. When he told me about the coffee shop conversations, I laughed. I said, "James, both of those women were flirting with you. They were signaling interest." He was stunned. He had no idea. I explained the question, what it really means, and how to respond. He looked at me like I'd revealed a secret language he didn't know existed. 3 months later, he came back for a follow-up. He was in a relationship. He'd recognized the question from a woman in his book club, responded appropriately, and they'd been dating for 2 months. He said, "Why doesn't anyone teach men this? That's exactly what I'm doing right now." So what is the question? Let me reveal it. The question is this: how do you spend your weekends? Or variations like, what do you like to do in your free time, or what keeps you busy these days? You're probably thinking, that's just a normal getting to know you question. How is that flirting? That's exactly why 96% of men miss it. It sounds like polite conversation. But in the right context, from the right person, with the right accompanying signals, it's an invitation. Let me explain why. When a woman asks, "How do you spend your weekends?" she's doing several things simultaneously. First, she's gathering information about your lifestyle and compatibility. Are you active or sedentary? Social or isolated? Interesting or boring? This matters to her if she's considering you as a potential partner. Second, she's fishing for availability. She wants to know if your weekends are packed with activities and obligations, or if there's space in your life for someone new. If you say, "I'm always visiting my kids and grandkids," she knows you might not have time for a relationship. If you say, "I usually just watch TV," she knows you have availability but might lack vitality and interests. Third, and this is the critical part, she's creating an opening for you to invite her into your life. When she asks what you do on weekends, the subtext is, "I'd like to be part of your weekends." What would we do together? She's giving you an opportunity to say something like, I'd love to have someone to do those things with, or what about you? Maybe we could do something together sometime. Fourth, she's testing your engagement. If you give a one-word answer and don't ask her the same question back, you fail the test. She learns you're not interested or you lack social awareness. If you answer thoughtfully and then ask about her weekends, showing genuine interest, you pass. You're demonstrating that you're present, engaged, and interested in her. And fifth, for many women, this question is their way of saying, I'm interested in spending time with you outside of this current context. Whether you met at church, at a community event, at the gym, wherever, this question is her way of opening the door to a different type of interaction. Now here's what makes this question particularly powerful. It has complete plausible deniability. If you don't reciprocate interest, she can say she was just making conversation. There's no embarrassment. No overt rejection. She asked a normal question and got a normal answer. But if you do recognize the signal and respond appropriately, suddenly a connection is forming. The question almost always comes with additional signals. Here's what to look for. She makes strong eye contact when asking. Not just glancing at you, but holding your gaze with interest. Her body is oriented toward you, not angled away. She's leaning in slightly, showing engagement. She smiles when you answer, not just politely but with genuine warmth. She asks follow-up questions about your activities, showing real interest. And critically, after you answer and ask her the same question, she doesn't just answer briefly. She gives you details, shares stories, creates conversation threads. These accompanying signals transform the question from polite small talk into a clear expression of interest. Most men notice none of this. They hear the words, answer the words, and miss everything else. Let me give you real examples of this question in action so you can see the pattern. You're at a church coffee hour after service. You've seen this woman before but never really talked. She approaches you, smiles, and after some brief small talk about the sermon, she asks, so, what do you usually do on Sunday afternoons after church? Most men answer, oh, I usually just go home, watch some football, relax. End of conversation. They've missed it completely. What she's really asking is, are you available? Do you have plans? Would you like to spend Sunday afternoons together? The aware response is, I usually watch some football or putter around the house. But honestly, I'd love to do something more interesting. What about you? What do you like to do on Sundays? Now you've signaled availability, interest in her, and engagement. The conversation continues. She might say, oh, I love going to the botanical gardens on Sunday afternoons, or I usually cook a nice meal or whatever. And now you have an opening to say, that sounds wonderful. I'd love to join you sometime if you'd like the company. Example 2, the gym or fitness class. You've been taking the same yoga or Tai Chi class for a few weeks. There's a woman who's always friendly. After class one day, she asks, do you do anything else to stay active during the week, or is this your main exercise? Most men answer factually. Nope, just this class. Trying to stay limber. Conversation ends. What she's really asking is, are you committed to health and vitality? Do we have compatible lifestyles? Are you interesting? The aware response is, this is my main structured class, but I try to stay active. I love walking, maybe some hiking when the weather's nice. What about you? Do you have other activities you enjoy? She might say, I love walking too. There are some beautiful trails near here. And now you have the perfect opening. Maybe we could walk together sometime. It's always more fun with company. Example 3, the neighborhood or community event. You're at a local art fair, farmer's market, or community gathering. You strike up conversation with a woman browsing nearby. After talking about the event, she asks, do you come to these kinds of things often, or is this a special occasion? Most men answer literally. First time here. Just checking it out. End. What she's really asking is, do we have shared interests? Will I see you again? Do you get out and engage with life? The aware response is, I try to get out to these community events when I can. It's nice to be around people and discover new things. What about you? Do you come to a lot of these? If she says yes, you now know she's active and social, and you have a built-in opportunity to suggest meeting at the next one. Maybe I'll see you at the next farmer's market. We could grab a coffee and walk around together. Example 4, the volunteer activity or class. You're volunteering at a food bank, taking a cooking class, learning a language, whatever. A woman in the group asks, what made you decide to do this? What else are you involved in? Most men give a straightforward answer about their motivations and list their other activities mechanically. Mississippi. What she's really asking is, are you a person who engages with life? Do you have depth? What drives you? The aware response shares a bit of personal story, shows who you are, and then reciprocates interest. I wanted to give back, and honestly, I wanted to meet people who care about similar things. It's easy to get isolated at our age if you're not intentional. What about you? What brought you here? This creates real conversation and connection. She sees that you're self-aware, emotionally available, and interested in her as a person. Do you see the pattern? The question is always about your time, your activities, your lifestyle. And it's always an invitation to share more, to show interest in her, and to create possibilities for future interaction. Now let me show you the 3 responses that kill attraction versus the 3 that build it. The 3 responses that kill attraction instantly. Killer response 1, the one-word answer. Woman, what do you like to do on weekends? Man, nothing much. Or just relax or watch TV, or any minimal response that shuts down conversation. This signals you're either uninterested, boring, or socially inept. She immediately loses interest. Killer response 2, the endless monologue. Woman, how do you spend your free time? Man, oh man, I'm so busy. Let me tell you about my whole schedule. Monday I do this, Tuesday I do that, Wednesday. He talks for 5 minutes straight without pausing or asking about her. This signals you're self-absorbed and not interested in her. Even if your life is interesting, dominating the conversation kills attraction. Killer response 3, the complaint session. Woman, what keeps you busy these days? Man, not much. Everything's boring. All my friends moved away or died. My kids never call. I just sit around mostly. This is the attraction killer supreme. It signals depression, lack of vitality, and neediness. Even if it's true, starting with negativity makes you deeply unattractive. Women want someone who adds to their life, not someone who will drain energy. Now, the 3 responses that build attraction. Builder response 1, the engaged share and ask. Woman, what do you do on weekends? Man, you know, I try to stay active. I love hiking the trails around here when the weather's nice, and I've been getting into cooking lately, trying new recipes. It's fun, but sometimes I make a mess. What about you? What do you enjoy doing? This works because you've shown you're active, you have interests, you have a sense of humor, and most importantly, you're interested in her. You've created multiple conversation threads she can pick up on. Hiking, cooking, weekend activities. She can engage with any of these. Builder response 2, the vulnerability and invitation. Woman, how do you spend your time these days? Man, honestly, I'm trying to find a better balance. I retired last year and I'm learning that too much free time can be just as challenging as too little. I'm looking for things that keep me engaged. What do you do? What keeps you inspired? This is powerful because you've shown self-awareness and honesty without being negative. You've admitted a challenge in a way that's relatable, not pathetic. And by asking what keeps her inspired, you've elevated the conversation and shown depth. Women respond very positively to this. Builder response 3, the enthusiastic specific. Woman, what keeps you busy? Man, I'm actually really excited about a project I'm working on. I'm learning Italian because I want to travel to Italy next year. It's challenging but fun. Do you have any languages or new skills you've been wanting to learn? This shows passion, future orientation, interesting life plans, and intellectual curiosity. And by connecting it to her with a related question, you're building connection. This type of response makes you memorable and attractive. Do you see the difference? The attraction builders all share certain elements. They're honest but positive. They share enough to be interesting but not so much that they dominate. They create conversational threads. And critically, they always reciprocate by asking about her with genuine interest. Now, here's the move that transitions from conversation to connection. After she answers your reciprocal question, and you've had a bit of back and forth, you make a soft invitation. You know, it sounds like we have similar interests. We should continue this conversation over coffee sometime. Would you be open to that? Or more specific, I'm planning to check out that new exhibit at the art museum next week. Would you like to join me? Or if you want to be even more casual, here's my number. I'd love to hear more about your gardening when we have more time. Give me a call if you'd like to chat. These invitations are clear but low pressure. They give her an easy yes and an easy out if she's not actually interested. But if she was signaling interest with the original question, she'll say yes enthusiastically. Now let me reveal the other subtle signals women use alongside this question. When a woman asks, "What do you do on weekends?" and she's actually flirting, she's almost always giving you additional signals. Learn to recognize these, and you'll never miss an opportunity again. Ottimo. Dando continuidade ao processamento do roteiro em inglês, conforme as regras. Aqui está a parte 5 do roteiro processado, fielmente em inglês. Signal 1. She remembers details from previous brief interactions. If you've talked before, even briefly, and she references something you mentioned, that's a sign of interest. Last time we talked, you mentioned you liked hiking. Have you been on any good trails lately? She's been thinking about you. That's significant. Signal 2. She finds reasons to be near you. If you keep running into her at the same places, and she always seems to notice you and initiate conversation, that's not coincidence. She's creating opportunities. Pay attention to patterns. Signal 3. She laughs easily at your jokes and comments. If your mildly funny comment gets a genuinely warm laugh, she's signaling that she enjoys your company and finds you charming. Women don't laugh warmly at men they're not interested in. Signal 4. She touches her hair, neck, or jewelry while talking to you. These are classic self-soothing and preening behaviors that indicate attraction. If she's playing with her necklace, adjusting her hair, or touching her neck during conversation, she's showing physical signs of interest. Signal 5. She extends conversations beyond the natural endpoint. If the conversation could naturally end, well, nice talking to you, have a good day, but instead she finds another topic or asks another question to keep you talking, she's not ready to let you go. She wants more interaction. Signal 6. She mentions being free or available. If in the course of conversation she mentions, "I don't have plans this weekend," or "My evenings are usually pretty open," she's telling you directly that she has time for you. Don't miss this. Signal 7. She asks if you're seeing anyone. Sometimes women will ask directly, "Are you married?" or "Are you seeing anyone?" This might seem obvious, but many men answer this factually and don't recognize it as an opening. If she asks about your relationship status, she's interested. After answering, you should ask her the same question and then suggest spending time together. Signal 8. She finds common ground. Oh, you like jazz? I love jazz. Or you volunteer at the animal shelter? I volunteer there too sometimes. She's emphasizing shared interests and values. This is building a foundation for connection. All of these signals together paint a clear picture. She's interested. She's available. She's giving you every opportunity to make a move. If you recognize even 3 or 4 of these signals accompanying the "what do you do on weekends" question, you can be confident she's flirting. Now let me address the fear that holds most men back. The number one thing that stops men over 60 from recognizing and acting on female interest is fear. What if I'm wrong? What if she's just being friendly? What if I make a fool of myself? What if she rejects me and it's humiliating? These fears are understandable, but they're keeping you isolated and lonely. Let me reframe this for you. First, even if you're wrong about her interest, there's no harm in being friendly, engaged, and suggesting coffee or an activity. The worst that happens is she says, "Thanks, but I'm not really looking to date right now," or something similar. That's not humiliation. That's a polite decline. You say, "No problem, just thought I'd ask. Have a great day." And you move on. Second, consider the cost of being wrong in the other direction. If she was interested and you missed it, you've lost a potential connection, relationship, or romantic possibility. That's a much greater cost than a minor awkward moment. Third, women respect men who can make a move. Even if she's not interested, the fact that you had the confidence to ask increases her respect for you. You're demonstrating courage and self-assurance. That's attractive even if the timing or compatibility isn't right. Fourth, you're not asking her to marry you. You're suggesting coffee, a walk, an activity. It's a low-stakes invitation. Reframe it in your mind as, "I'm inviting this person to a fun activity," rather than "I'm asking this woman out and she might reject me." And fifth, at 60 plus, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The social embarrassment you fear? It's mostly in your head. Other people aren't watching and judging your interactions nearly as much as you think. And even if someone did witness an awkward moment, so what? You're an adult. You're allowed to express interest in other adults. The confidence to recognize interest and make a move is itself attractive. It signals masculine energy, social intelligence, and self-assurance. Women respond positively to this. Let me tell you about Richard. He was 67, widowed for 4 years. He'd been lonely but terrified of putting himself out there. At a community garden event, a woman started a conversation with him and asked what he did with his time. All the signals were there. She was smiling, engaged, asking follow-ups. He recognized it. But fear stopped him. He answered her questions politely but didn't reciprocate, didn't ask for her number, didn't suggest meeting again. He regretted it immediately. He came to me frustrated with himself. I told him, "Next time you recognize interest, you make a move." The regret of not trying is worse than the temporary discomfort of possible rejection. 2 months later, similar situation at a different event. Different woman. Same question. This time, he pushed through the fear. After a good conversation, he said, "I've really enjoyed talking with you. Would you like to grab lunch together sometime?" She said yes immediately. They had lunch. Then dinner. Then they started seeing each other regularly. 6 months later, he told me, "I almost let fear rob me of this again. I'm so glad I finally took the chance." That's the lesson. Fear is natural. Do it anyway. Now let me give you the complete action plan. Here's exactly what to do starting today. Step 1. Increase your social exposure. You can't meet women sitting at home. Get out. Volunteer. Take classes. Join clubs. Attend community events. Church socials. Book clubs. Hiking groups. Anywhere people gather around shared interests. The more you're out, the more opportunities you create. Step 2. Practice being present and engaged in conversations. Put your phone away. Make eye contact. Listen actively. Ask questions. Show genuine interest in people. This makes you attractive and increases the chances that women will signal interest. Step 3. When a woman asks, "What do you do on weekends?" or similar questions, pay attention. Look for the accompanying signals I described. Eye contact, body orientation, warmth, follow-up questions. If you see 3 or more signals, she's interested. Step 4. Respond with an engaged share and ask. Tell her something interesting about yourself, not too much, not too little. Show you have a life and interests. Then ask about her with genuine curiosity. Step 5. If the conversation is going well and you've confirmed interest through multiple signals, make a soft invitation. Coffee, lunch, a walk, a specific activity related to your conversation. Keep it casual and low pressure. Step 6. If she says yes, great. Exchange numbers and follow through. If she declines, no problem. Smile, say no worries, just thought I'd ask, and move on gracefully. Don't take it personally. Step 7. Repeat this process. The more you practice recognizing signals and making moves, the easier it becomes. Eventually, it's natural. You're no longer paralyzed by fear or oblivious to interest. You're confident and socially intelligent. Here's my challenge for you. Over the next 30 days, put yourself in social situations at least twice a week. Practice engaged conversation with everyone, not just attractive women. This builds your social skills. And when a woman asks about your weekends, your free time, or your activities, recognize it for what it might be. An invitation. And respond accordingly. Come back to this video after 30 days and leave a comment. Did you recognize the question? Did you make a move? What happened? Your story could inspire another man to overcome his fear and take action. If this video opened your eyes to the subtle language of attraction after 60 and gave you practical tools to recognize and respond to female interest, hit that like button. Let YouTube share this with more men who need it. Subscribe to this channel for weekly insights on men's health, relationships, confidence, sexual function, and maintaining vitality after 60. Turn on notifications so you never miss content that could improve your quality of life. Comment below and tell me. Have you missed this signal before? Did you recognize yourself in any of these examples? And are you committed to being more aware starting now? Share this video with any man over 60 who's single, lonely, or convinced that women his age aren't interested. This information could change his perspective and open doors he thought were closed. Remember, this is educational content about social interaction and communication. Every situation is unique, and respect and consent are always paramount. I'm Dr. Madison Li, and I'll leave you with this. Loneliness and isolation are epidemic among men over 60. But opportunities for connection are everywhere if you know how to recognize them. Women are interested. They're signaling interest. They're asking the question. The only question that remains is, are you paying attention? Learn the language. Recognize the signals. Make the move. Your vitality, your happiness, and your intimate fulfillment after 60 depend on it. The question is being asked. Now you know what it means. See you in the next video.